Today is July 4th, 2025. Independence Day. What does Independence Day mean? It's celebrating the signing of the Declaration of Independence, which was basically an essay, largely written by Thomas Jefferson, whereby he declared that we are in a sovereign, independent nation, separate and apart from any other nation, especially separate from Great Britain. So yeah, would you think that we want to continue to be a separate, sovereign, unique nation? It doesn't have to report to any other nation. That would tend to indicate that we're for a sovereign nation, we don't have to report to agents from another sovereign nation state. However, that seems to have become, we've creeped into having to, as a nation, report to the foreign sovereign state of Israel. So I'd like to declare independence as a nation, United States of America, from the state of Israel. We are an independent sovereign nation. We are separate from the state of Israel, and Israel is not the 51st state. There is no 51st state in the Union. They're not even a territory of the United States. So why do we give them this special status where it seems that we have to, the government, the representatives in Congress, have to report and answer to representatives of the state of Israel, to the point where it seems like members of Congress are more so representing the citizens of the state of Israel rather than the state that they're supposed to represent. Now, the Congressman Thomas Massie, he's of Kentucky. He's one of the few congressmen who are not beholden to Israel, but he has reported in an interview with Tucker Carlson that every other member of Congress, at least the Republicans that he knows of, have what they refer to as an AIPAC Guy. Now, AIPAC is an acronym for an Israeli lobby. So they're a lobby for the foreign government of Israel. And so he talks about how his fellow congressional congressmen in the U.S. Congress, they talk about when Massie talks about some legislation with his colleagues about the lawmakers, his colleagues say, "Oh yeah, about that legislation, I'll have to check with my AIPAC guy first to make sure it's okay." So that's what they're having to report. These our representatives of the United States of America are having to report and answer to and get their approval from agents of a foreign nation before they vote on any piece of legislation. That indicates we've lost our sovereignty. We've lost our independence. We now have to report to and answer to and get approval from a foreign nation in order to make any legislation, to make any laws. That's ridiculous. We're an independent nation. So we need to declare and formally declare that we are independent from the state of Israel and tell the members of Congress they need to make up their mind who are they going to represent. The people of this nation, or are they going to represent the state of Israel? They need to make up their mind. If they decide they're going to represent Israel, then they need to resign from the Congress and the presidency. If they continue on, they're traitors the way they're doing it. If they continue to put the wants and needs of the state of Israel ahead of the wants and needs of the people of their district and the nation, then they're traitors. That's all there is. That's the only way I can put it. So I just wanted to make a quick video and put that out. And say where I stand. I stand with the United States. I do not stand with Israel. I think Israel's nothing but trouble. They're causing nothing but trouble for this nation. It's like the U.S. we're the good guys, and we're getting mixed up with the bad boy troublemakers that is the state of Israel. They just keep on causing trouble and getting us. We're like, the good kids. They get mixed in with the bad crowd. The bad crowd's the Zionists. It's like a cult. The cult of Zion, which is a religion, and it's Israel's made no mistake about it that they're justified their actions in the genocidal slaughter in Gaza and elsewhere. They justify it based on the Bible and the Torah, and so they've made it clear that they're a theocratic state. That's their religion of Zionism. And however, like Thomas Jefferson, he wrote the Declaration of Independence, and he also was the main guy behind putting the Establishment Clause into the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, and that the Establishment Clause states that the government cannot establish any religion. And the court system and legal system has determined that includes the establishment. You cannot favor any. The government cannot favor any religion over another religion. That constitutes a violation of the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment. And yet clearly, the U.S. government has, for many decades, heavily favored the religion of Zionism through its efforts to help the state of Israel, which is a religious state. So that is a violation of the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution because it is a violation of the Establishment Clause of the U.S. Constitution. And Jefferson, that was one of his main objectives was. That's where the phrase separation of the church and state is. That comes about because when he was governor of Virginia, he made sure that he put an end to having the Anglican denomination of the Christian Church as being the established religion for the state. Because before, when he was entered into office as governor of Virginia, the Anglican denomination was the established official religion for the state, and the taxpayers had to effectively support the Anglican denomination religion through their taxes, so they were supporting it because it was the established religion for the state, and Jefferson put great effort to de-establish the Anglican denomination. Now, when I say de-establish, I don't mean he destroyed the denomination. He just said that it cannot be established by the government as an official religion. So the Anglican denomination continued when he was governor. He stopped. He cut the cord connecting the state from the Anglican denomination. So, and that's how we got the phrase separation of church and state. But then when the Bill of Rights, he had put his input in there. He made sure that it was just a very general term. It wasn't separating specifically the state from the religion of Christianity. It was just general phrase of there cannot be any official establishment by the government of a religion as an official religion. There cannot be any connection like that. And that has been interpreted by the courts and the legal system as meaning the government cannot even favor any religion over another religion. But that is obviously what has happened through the legislatures and presidents have clearly favored the religion of Zionism over other religions by their legislation to support the Zionist government of Israel to the tune of many billions and billions of dollars. Billions of dollars that could be spent here in the U.S. For our own people, for our own needs. But instead it was gone all over to Israel to help them slaughter innocent civilians in Gaza, in the West Bank, and Lebanon. So yeah, that's a gross violation of the Establishment Clause. It's what's been going on for far too long, and so and as a result, the people of the United States have been neglected. So that's why this July 4th, 2025, I think we should finally declare our independence from the state of Israel. Israel, they're on their own. They're on their own. Now we can talk philosophically. Like we could drink from a snifter of brandy and discuss about whether or not Israel's a right to exist, or whether or not the Jewish people deserve their own homeland or not. Fine, go ahead. I'm all for philosophical discussions about such matters, but there should be no place for the U.S. government officially taking a stance about any such religious movement as the movement of Zionism. The Constitution has made it clear that is separate, and also that we are, and it's been established also that we're a separate nation. We are our own independent sovereign nation. We should not have to report to an AIPAC Guy for our congressional representatives. They should only be reporting to us, the people in their district, and the other citizens of the United States, in the interest of the United States, and that alone, not in the interest of any kind of religious movement, whether it be Zionism or other religious movements. So that's what I wanted to say. I declare independence from the state of Israel. Yes. Okay. If you're still watching, thanks for watching.